What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Ross the Boss coming at you with an all-new Let's Play Europa Universalis 4. We are now on part 26 of our Better Than Napoleon campaign. And unfortunately, we are about to have another rebel uprising here in the Savoyard Separatists here in southeastern France. We are going to go ahead and improve our army maintenance probably to full strength and go ahead, start garrisoning a few troops down and hopefully try to quell these rebellions before they grow so large and unstoppable we won't be able to do anything at all. We do have two lazy diplomats. Let's do our best to find them a home. Denmark was very, very helpful in that last war. I was debating on breaking their alliance, but I don't believe we will. Let's go ahead and improve relations with Castile. And it looks like these rebels are slowly dissipating over time. And we have the ability to create new states. We will certainly do that. It will cost us 86 administrative power. And it looks like Castile here, or at least I should say Spain, is trapped inside Genoa. They are at war against two countries. Looks like here they go. We could either have 5 years of separatism or 50 military power. The reins are too loose. We will let them rant. Almost sacrificed 50 military power for no reason. Looks like we now have Mauritian infantry. We are, of course, playing a more offensive style. We still have disloyal estates. We do have too many diplomatic relation slots. And it looks like we have robber barons. We could either, they only take what is their right, or we must curb such excess. We could either gain a production or a tax. Either way, we'll be hurting our income. We certainly don't want to have nobility influence over 80%. I believe what we'll do is we will curb their excess, and here in this province, we are producing wool. We will have another production. And I think that'll be our goal. We are very close to having Flanders here being annexed, which should be fine, of course. We do have a lot of money as well. If we take a look, we really just need manpower. Let's go ahead, see if there's any provinces here that we would like to have some barracks in. Obviously these two as well. 625, anything over 500 is what I'm going to invest in, and that is quite a few. And possibly even a few more as well. Part of me, yeah, we'll let them come. Local unrest and Nemours. That will be fun. And I believe I have an excess military power surplus. And once we stop out these rebellions, it looks like we have. We are going to be decreasing our army maintenance and trying to use whatever diplomatic power or excuse me, I should say military power that we have. Let's go to development. Avignon is one of our least developed provinces. We could go ahead and boost them up quite a bit, probably even to about 7 here. Don't necessarily want to improve our tax income just yet. And of course, we are going to improve some of our military manpower here in Kent. And I'd like to do it once more. We'll have to wait until the 1st of October. And any minute now, we should be annexing our vassal here. And we have spent our military power. We could, of course, continue down the humanist area here. Unlock cultural ties, eventually getting benevolence and finishing out all of this idea slot, or this idea group. We have integrated Flanders. We have now taken over their navy, which we do not need. We will disband them. I don't necessarily think we need all of their troops. I guess I'll keep them for the time being, but we didn't really need them. And might as well unlock Forced March just in case. The last thing we want to have happen is to lose a battle because of, you know, speed issues. Now, if we go to our coalition map mode, you can see Austria and a variety of lower countries don't like us very much. Who is England allied with? I believe England is still allied with Scotland. Ah, looks like they've broken apart that alliance. And part of me would like to save my money and get this diplomatic influence, and obviously the postal service getting more diplomatic relations. We now have the opportunity to make Wallonia into a state. We will certainly do that. This will cost quite a bit of money. Alright, looks like we don't need to spend any administrative power doing any coring, which is quite nice. And of course, part of me would like to do an outright annexation of some of these lower countries, but I'm not too sure if we'll be able to handle that with this excess aggressive expansion. Now, it looks like Genoa here is our religion, but I'm not sure if this country is. Monteferrara. We will enforce them to be Catholic, so if we go to our religious map mode, it looks like they are Protestant. Not today. Man, I really want to take out the Center of Reformation, but I'm not rank 19, and I won't be able to build a cathedral anytime soon. A little unfortunate, but that is fine. Of course, we could try to vassalize Lorraine or even Burgundy. Or, of course, we could attempt to finally move into Austria. We could gain 20 army tradition for 322 ducats. I don't think I'll take that. I'm going to save my money for the time being. I would really like to take out Austria, but unfortunately, I'm not sure if we'll be strong enough. And part of me would like to take out Lucca as well. What certainly could happen, if we declare war on Lucca, we could have the Commonwealth join in, and then that way Austria and the Commonwealth are at war. We'll be able to easily take out Lucca and possibly even create one of our first footholds here inside the Austrian territory. That could be one of our first goals, and it could certainly happen. But I would most likely like to get this farmlands province. That way we'll be able to funnel as many troops in as we possibly can. The Papal States are growing quite large as well. I'd like to break them apart. We do have 3 lazy diplomats. Let's improve our relations with Switzerland. We will improve our relations with Bavaria. And most likely the Commonwealth, topping them off will certainly be beneficial for us. And fairly soon, we're going to have to try to halt the Ottoman advances. If we go into our ledger here and into military, the Ottomans have the strongest force limit, obviously, by far. They don't have the biggest army, but I am quite scared. If we go to total military, Russia has a lot as well. Spain, the Commonwealth, and France should easily be able to take out the Ottomans and Austria. So I think that'll be one of our next goals. We'll declare war on Lucca and try to get Austria to release some of its territory. Yeah, we're obviously going to need a lot of money and a lot of manpower. And speaking of money, let's mothball our forts. And I guess prep for our invasion. We are going to need to start fabricating some claims on Lucca here. And in order to do that, we will recall this diplomat here. We are going to let them people sampling new religions. I do not like this, but unfortunately I don't want to have an increase in technology cost. And we'll begin taking a look. First off, what we absolutely need to do is build our spy network up against Lucca. If we win this war, we are going to outright vassalize this territory. And we did upgrade our forts here, which will prove quite useful. I believe all we have are bastions, but that will be fine. We could go ahead and upgrade this bastion as well, just in case. We do have the money. The last thing I would want to have happen is, well, you know what? I don't know if I need these. The last thing I want to have happen is to lose Paris. And I just realized that we might not have trade ports on some of these provinces. So let's build them if we can. Any place with an estuary. And it looks like this was the only one we didn't have. We have one here. We don't have one here. And so far, so good. Still gaining more and more manpower. Going to, oh man, part of me would like to go ahead and send a missionary to Coup, but unfortunately it doesn't look like that will happen. We are going to be sending a missionary to Lancashire. And we do have a negative 10% aggressive expansion modifier on our king here. I would still like to kill him. I do feel that he is weak, and I would like to have his son as our king. And because we have the excess money right now, I think I will construct either a plantation or some sort of trade company. Maybe even a textile manufacturer. And we will build him here in Alencon, or actually in Auteuil. That is dangerously close to our enemy border, but it is in, I believe it is in the English Channel. which is quite nice. And really what we're going to be doing is preparing for war. Improving relations as much as possible. I believe I will need 20 favors. 1 to prepare them for war, and another 10 favors to call them in. This war should preferably... we might be able to take out the Ottomans and all of Austria in one blow. And when I say take them out, I mean have them be forced to release some states. The Ottomans, it might be nice to have some sort of foothold down here against the Ottoman territory. I guess we'll see what happens in time. I would like to get some sort of plains, some sort of grasslands. But of course, it might be nice to take the knights here, this island. Or Cyprus. But it looks like Cyprus is being controlled by the Ottomans, or by the Mamluks, I should say. Which is quite odd. Yeah. Independence guaranteed by the Mamluks. They're going to get absolutely face-stomped if the Ottomans decide to declare war. This, I think I'm having 2 centers of Reformation. Possibly here in Lothian. I believe this center of Reformation in Bern is converting our provinces. I don't want to have, you know, a negative trade efficiency for the next 10 years. So we will spend the money now. And we are going to wait until the 1st of next month. And we will stop them. All these smugglers. Getting around paying taxes and fees. And looks like our trade efficiency is back up. Part of me would like to ask for contribution, but I don't think I will. But I do have over the 75% mark, which means I will get even more money. Part of me hates this, but part of me loves it. I will take it. The clergy will like me again very soon. And we are gaining 972 men every single month. Okay, let's take a look here. The Commonwealth is not at war. Spain is at war. What I'll do is I'll see what it would look like if I declared war. Obviously, I don't have my Conquest Casus Belli on all of these states. The Commonwealth need 194 reasons to accept. Accepting would destabilize the Commonwealth. That is very odd. And it's because we have good relations. Would it be possible to vassalize them? It would not, unfortunately. Spain will not join because accepting would destabilize Spain. Is there a truce? Doesn't look like it. I'm very curious as to why it says that. We, of course, could declare war on Austria. Possibly. Looks like Genoa does have a claim. But for some reason, the Ottomans would come to Austria's aid. Is Austria allied with the Ottomans? No. Our safest bet would be to attack Lucca, but unfortunately, I don't believe that will happen. Denmark would join in because they love us and I love them. But I guess we will let the clock tick on and plan our next battle. We will certainly take the yearly prestige. Always having more morale will always be beneficial. I certainly won't win this war without the help of the Commonwealth and Spain, but it really doesn't look like they're going to help us. Accepting would destabilize Spain. I'm really curious as to why it says that. Well, let's take a look at our aggressive expansion modifier. I could go after Lorraine. Would Austria join in? It looks like they would. 24 reasons to join in. Ferrara, Papal States, Savoy, Lucca, and Utrecht. What if I declared war and seized Rome? Spain would not join. The Commonwealth is allied to the Papal States, unfortunately. What if I declared war on Ferrara? Destabilize Spain. We do have a truce. The Ottomans would not be pulled in either. You know what? I believe the reason why Spain is not willing to join our military expedition here is because they have military access. That's most likely going to be the reason. I wonder if it would be possible to somehow break that. We are going to pay 400 administrative power, start improving our humanist ideas, getting closer and closer to maxing it out. Who are we? We have Ferrara, Savoy, and Monteferrara under a truce. We could attack Savoy once again. That's very odd. Oh, obviously. Obviously, Savoy is under our truce here. Not too sure where I'm going to expand it next. I could move across the Atlantic Ocean here. Not sure that that's what I want to do either. What I really need more than anything is to go into our idea groups and most likely get quantity. Having an abundance of manpower and even, you know, cheaper men could prove quite useful. I would love to have better generals, but that is not under our quantity idea group. We could go after England once again. I don't believe we have any casus bellis. And we could try to take over Brabant. A lot of countries would come to their aid. And I would get 32 aggressive expansion. I might go ahead and do start building our spy network up. Go over to Lucca, start fabricating our last and final claim. Or maybe our first claim. I could have swore we had two already. How about Siena here? And we now have 2 more diplomatic relations, or diplomatic reputation, I should say. So now countries are more likely to accept some of our, you know, trade deals or other factors such as honoring alliances or royal marriages, of course. In 3 more years, I could annex Monteferrara. Right now, I could annex Genoa. Not sure if that's what I want to do either. There are a lot of territories here, and only one of me. Brandenburg could prove to be a faithful ally, but more than anything, I need to start expanding into Austria and into Italy as well. And of course, you know what I could do? This would be absolutely devastating and probably hurt me even more. If I convert to Protestantism, I will get more national tax modifier and improved relations. I'm not really sure if that's what I want either. A lot of our discipline would go up. I could get a variety of other factors such as cheaper ideas. I guess we'll see what happens. We will impose a new tariff, further increasing our mercantilism, which should cost around 3 mercantilism is 300 diplomatic points. So that is very, very nice. And what I want to do, let's see if we can declare war on Lucca. Now that Castile does not have his forces there. Denmark would like a royal marriage. We will certainly accept that. Accepting would destabilize Spain. I don't feel like we could take out the Ottomans, Austria, Scotland, and Nuremberg all on our own. Well, what if we went after the Papal States? They are allied to the Commonwealth and Austria. That would be absolutely horrible. We could go after the Palatinate, but they do like us. What about Lorraine? Austria would call in all of his or her allies. The Commonwealth still believe it is too far because they are allied to the Holy Roman Emperor. I, of course, could go after Brabant. I guess I'll go ahead and end the episode here. As always, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in our next adventure.